Alright, we have, I just, Regice. Cool. How do I get rid of this screen? How do I get rid of this screen? Hey. There we go. Who was it? Regice. He's like this guy, right? He's the big ol' He's like a big crystal with like a. It's like, how many eyes does he have? I don't remember. But I remember he looks goofy with his ice hand. Yeah, that looks like a nice hand. And then he's like a gemstone guy. They don't have mouths because they're not real living creatures. They're like guardians or something. I don't know. I remember reading about these guys when this game was out because I didn't have a Game Boy Advance. And yeah, I remember reading about these guys, and then in the magazines and stuff, like the Nintendo Powers and whatnot. And it was like, these guys are the guardians of blah 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 blah. And they showed kind of like where you got them and like the different things you had to do to get them, because I think you had to do some stuff where you like found them, but you had to do puzzles or something. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but yeah, I remember specifically being like, oh man, these things are cool. They were so like unlike any other Pokemon that had come out before. But you know, because at the time everything was like organic creatures, and you had a few oddballs and stuff, but for the most part it was just like these organic looking creatures, and it's like, oh yeah, I can see that living in the real world. But then this thing was just like a monument, and it was alive, and I was like, oh, that's a cool thing. And then again, not having a Game Boy Advance, I can only speculate as like, I wonder what it does. What is this? And yeah, I'd never read further into that because I just haven't. I never did. But yeah, I mean, they're cool. I remember them not being very good in competitive battling. Like when I was doing that with Alyssa for a little bit, when she was trying to teach me the ways. I remember we didn't really use we didn't use any of the legendary Pokemon because they were like banned in competitive play, and then 2, it was just like their stats were so OP that was like, it's not as fun. But then 2, they this guy specifically, I remember ice Pokemon just in general were just like really weak. They didn't have a whole lot going for them. I don't know if that's changed. I don't know what the new, if with the new games like they're a little bit better. But I remember at the time it was very much like yeah, the ice Pokemon were just not very good because they had too many weaknesses, and a lot of the times they were slow, and they'd be weak to stuff like fighting, and those guys are usually faster. So it was never, they've had it rough. Or they were paired with like, the typings were weird where they were like paired up with typings that, like, what's that fucking Abomasnow? He's like ice and grass, which is like super weak to fire, which is one of the most common types in the game, especially when you play against anyone like fire type. Well, I don't know if they're the most common types in the game, but I know when you, like, if you look at who's good, I think the fire Pokemon were always like some of the best ones. And yeah, it's a bummer because I always liked I like Sneasel. I can't think of any other ice Pokemon right now. I thought Delibird was a cool idea, but I was just a youngin', so what do I know? But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of sucks that I'm sure they've done. Hopefully they've made them better. But yeah, for a long time, I think they were just kind of like they were there as like ice Pokemon was kind of like, weak to dragon, so teach your Pokemon Ice Beam or Blizzard or whatever. But you never had an ice Pokemon. You just had ice moves on your Pokemon because that was more. It was safer to just do that because Ice Beam and stuff was learned by a bunch of different things. So it was just easier to do that than to actually have an ice Pokemon be super weak to everything. Because what do they resist? I don't even know what they might resist like water or something. But yeah, I don't know. It just they might have resisted steel, or maybe they lost to steel. I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't seen, haven't kept up, and I don't remember. But let's do one of these over there. But yeah, I don't know. Just talking about ice Pokemon in general, and I think they're not too hot. They don't do too hot in the Pokemon world. Actually, let's put some of this. Let's put some of this action in the background because I don't know. Maybe he's in an ice cave. Actually, were they in actual? I know they were in caves when you got them originally, but I don't know if they were like in themed caves. Maybe they're just in regular caves. I don't know. I'll have to ask Alyssa. Or maybe she'll tell me when she watches this. She likes to tell me when I'm spouting lies and slander. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. I don't have much more to doodle on this guy. It's Regice. I don't know if it's right or not, but I like him. Look at him. He's like